But first, we meant it about Heathrow. Sherrie's back! How was your holiday? Did you have a good time?
It was extraordinary, I have to say.
That's a good word.
Extraordinary, because it was Phuket, which is just the most beautiful, heavenly island in the world, I assume. I've not been that far before. But then we went to Bangkok, and that's a very strange place. Actually, to be on a little sad note, I found it a really bit disturbing, because it's... you know, one side of it is very, 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 very rich, and then the other side is extremely poor, with little children in the street selling things, you know, 3- and 4-year-olds all night long. I know all the girls outside, all the coffee bars and everything, and I found that really distasteful and quite disturbing. But what it did make me realise is how clean our country is and how we moan here. And we've got nothing to moan about. When you look how they live, you know, on the river and things, it's, you know, it's really quite disturbing. And I thought... unbelievable. Anyway, we had a wonderful time, went to wonderful places. One of the places, which was extraordinary, went to this temple. And it had I mean, the staircase, the steps were like that. So we thought, right, we're going to climb to the very, 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 very top. And it did me muscles, and it was awful. Anyway, so we got to the very, very top. So I'm the very, very top of this temple in Bangkok, and this girl says to me, "Oh, hello." Hello. She went, "Not on loose swimming today." No, she went, "Oh, what a shame."
Well, did she see Carol and Denise? Because there was quite a few of you went out there.
Yeah, Carol wasn't with us, really. She was off doing other things. Denise wasn't really with us half of the time. But I can't really tell you that. I will have to let her tell you that, because she disappeared into places. But they did try and find me a man.
Oh, OK.
Yes. And they were going to all these shows. Now, they said to me that there were live shows. So I thought, well, Sound of Music, you know, and I thought, that would be nice, with all the singing, you know, and they went, no, they don't wear many clothes. And I went, oh, well, it can't be Hair, because Hair hasn't been. So it must be another musical. Anyway, so I didn't go. And then when I heard all about it, I thought, just as well, because I don't think I wouldn't have ever been able to tell anybody.
Probably wouldn't have been a real man anyway.
No, but I did go to a place. They said, we're going to take you to the underwear bar. And I thought, oh, that's nice. We see some underwear. So we get to the underwear bar, and there's all these boys in very nice underwear. But they had numbers on their bums. And apparently you had to pick a paddle up and choose a number. Anyway, I didn't understand it all, really, but they were all dancing together, and they wanted me to do things and dance, and I thought, oh, I don't know if I should do it.
Do you know, it's very, very similar to London Fashion Week, Sherrie.
Is it?
Very, very similar.
This man did come up and say, oh, lovely lady, and I went, oh, thank you, and then realised he wanted a lot of money to say more than that, so I left.
Oh. You're home safe, my God.
We are.
And it goes on.
And speaking of broadening one's horizons, here's something you can sink your teeth into, Sherrie. Over in, not literally.
Oh, OK.
Over in America, television executives were left rather red-faced in a mix-up over the hometown of singing sensation Susan Boyle. During an interview with the Scottish singer, America's CBS network showed a map pinpointing the location of Blackburn, West Lothian, her Scottish home. Problem was, they put it 150 miles away in Aberdeenshire. So, I know, tutting. How good is your geography, and how good is your sort of sense of direction, generally?
Well, my geography is rubbish, and my sense of direction is worse.
Is rubbisher.
More rubbisher. You know, I've moved out of London to this new place called Cheltenham. Well, it's always been called Cheltenham. New to me. And so I got the train the other day. It's only the second time I've done it, and I got the train from Cheltenham Spa to London Paddington, because I had a meeting in London. And so I got on the train, put all my work out, on the script and everything that I needed to work on. So I'm looking at my words like that, you know, I've got my cup of tea there. And I said to this girl before I got on the train in the tea shop, is this the right platform for the train to London? She went...
the tea girl?
Well, she looked like she knew what she was doing.
What you just saying?
She made a lovely cup of tea, anyway. And she went, yeah. Should have known, really, shouldn't I? And so I got on this train, and my train was 10:31. This particular train arrived about 28 minutes past, 29 minutes past. And as I say, I got on there, I got my stuff out, looking at my script like that, reading the script, and getting engrossed, having a sip of tea, looked out the window. Taunton.
Taunton?
Taunton, in Devon.
No, Taunton's in Somerset.
I told you my sense of direction was rubbish.
I thought it was in Cornwall, so I'm glad I wasn't with you.
It's on the way, isn't it?
Well, it's on the way that way.
It's not,
just not on the way that way.
Well, I'm very good now. I'm good with geography now because I've been over the other side of the world. And you know that there's a Far East.
I did get there in the end, by the way.
Well,
Those of you that are wondering, I did eventually get to London Paddington.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right, because they think I'm still in Devon.
Oh, no. And then, of course, there's the Middle East, but I don't know where the East is. Because it's Far East, Middle East, near. I didn't know where it was. But I knew, and I'm very good at this now, because I know that you go Italy, and then I think you go Greece, and then you go Bahrain, and then you go Uzbekistan, and then you go Phuket, and then next door down was Singapore and the equator.
This is a hell of a trip.
What are you like?
Were you sponsored for this?
So I know where all those countries are now.
Oh, that's very good.
And then there's China
Just not
somewhere.
necessarily in the right
that
order and in the
order.
right place.
No.
Oh, is it not?
Well, Singapore's not really close to Thailand.
Is it not? It's the same.
It's below.
Quite a long way.
Near
Quite a
the
long
equator,
way.
where what's his name comes out the sea, isn't it?
Poseidon,
Oh no, I thought was it Poseidon?
that came out the sea.
Leslie
it?
Garrett.
What are you two like?
Leslie
I can't
Garrett,
believe
help me.
this. Well, I say I'm a bit of a map reader. I always do the map reading when we're in the car, me and Pete. But I have to tell you, I did get us spectacularly lost once. Although it wasn't entirely my fault. We were in Portugal and we were on holiday. And we were driving along and I was doing the directions. And we kept coming up against diversion signs, road closed, you know, diversione, road closed, diversione. And we were, by the time we'd done like 10 of these, we were in Big Circle, I was completely lost. We were all rowing. We'd been lost for about an hour. We were all starving hungry. And then we went around this corner and there was this village and it was Purgatorio. Which is what we were absolutely all
We
in.
did exactly the same. When I was map reading and we were looking for the Cotswolds the first time, we ended up in Cheddar. I don't know if that's anywhere near or
That's
not.
a gorge. That's a gorge,
But
isn't it?
did we argue? We were rocking the whole time in the car, and as we arrived in
You better
Cheddar...
be careful how you say that, because in the
A little-
countryside that means something completely
Rocking,
different.
arguing,
Rocking in
and
the
a little
car.
man went walking by.
Especially if you have sheep.
We had a really good rock in the car, and this little...
Sheep in Bangkok.
I'll get to the end of the story. This little man went walking by, and Paul went, "Oh, look, there's a mini Cheddar." So we stopped arguing and had a laugh.
Well, I'll tell you what, when we were doing the Russ Abbots, I had to go to Scotland, and I've got no idea where Scotland was. I don't know why. And I was in Manchester. My brother said, just go on the M6, you'll get to Scotland. Got on the M6, I was on there forever. And so I saw a sign for Wales, and I thought, well, I'll go there, because it's got to be near Scotland.
Oh,
So I go to this sign that says Wales, and stop at this. I went into this man and said, it's Scotland round here somewhere. He was Welsh, so he threw me out.
So now you're deeply popular in Wales and Scotland.
And Singapore.
And Singapore. OK. Time for